Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner and to my 200th episode. Now, as you guys may know, I've recently hit the 500 sub mark, which is a pretty big achievement, at least for me. I didn't think I would have hit 500 so soon. It took a very long time for me to even break 300 on my first channel, and so to have hit 500 in less than a year on this new channel is pretty amazing. Furthermore, this is all done without doing the whole comment, rate, subscribe on my stuff, or give this video 17 likes, or else I won't show you guys the deck profile of what I used in this dueling network segment. I have never liked holding my subscribers hostage like that, because when it comes down to, I do what I do, the content I put up here, the videos that I do, all of it is just because I feel like it. I've done whatever the hell I want, and 500 plus people seem to enjoy whatever the hell I want. So yeah, we're going to keep on going. There will be deck profiles, dueling network segments, pack openings, meta commentary, questions and answers, all the stuff that I've been doing for this last year, I will keep doing, and I'll try and come up with some other things to do too. Don't know what they would be, but hey, I've been winging it for a year so far, and you guys seem to like it, so yeah, let's just see what else happens. But anyway, to celebrate this special occasion, I'm going to be giving you guys a deck profile. But it won't be just any deck profile. Not of my Disaster Dragon or my In the Works Hero deck. I'm going to be going back in time and giving you guys an update to my most famous deck. I mean, not Pandemic though. Pandemic Dragon may be my most popular deck, but it's certainly not my most famous. I'm talking about one of the first decks that I actually was competitive with. And it'll be a deck based around my good old buddy, Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's right. Today, we're doing Kokuendan. Kokuendan, aka Dragonburn, was my first major attempt at a competitive deck. The original skeleton was based on Kotu's Dark Arm Disaster, which ran Black Chick and Black Dragon at the time, and I realized this was a neat idea, but the Dark Arm aspect just really did not cut it for me, so I ended up dropping them and changing the deck into a more burn-style Disaster Dragon. It ran Ceasefire, Magic Cylinder, I even tried teching in Ectoplasmer, all kinds of strange burn cards. It was in here at some point. Now, the game has changed tremendously since 2010, and this deck is no longer as competitive as it used to be. It's still pretty fun in casual play, simply because it's a fucking Red Eyes Black Dragon deck, and Red Eyes Black Dragon is my favorite monster in this game. He always has been, and he always will be, even though Light and Darkness Dragon is quickly becoming a pretty solid second. That being said, I'm going to give you guys a profile of Kokuendan, and then I'll give you just a bit of insight onto my history with this game. So, yeah, the deck is based around Red Eyes Black Dragon, in which I only run 2 copies, and fuck yeah, anniversary art. Although I have to admit, original Red Eyes Black Dragon's art is looking pretty badass too. But just 2 Red Eyes Black Dragon. He's the star of the deck. 2400 beats. He's a normal, so he can't be Fiendish chained. Unfortunately, he's a 7-star, so I need a totem to get him onto the field, or I need Darkness Metal or Red Eyes Wyvern to get him out. But yeah, the look people get when they see Red Eyes Black Dragon hit the field is like, why are you running that? And I'm like, it's my favorite guy, why not? And yeah, he enables access to a couple cards in this deck. More Red Eyes cards consist of his big brother, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You guys know what he does. 3 Wyvern. You gotta run 3 in a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. I mean, come on, it revives Black Dragon. More targets for your Wyverns. And then 3 Quackmere Drago. It may be a casual deck, but 1900 beats is still pretty good, and he does shut off those Light and Dark special summons that you see out of other casual decks, such as a Dark Magician deck, Ritual decks. Yeah, Drago still puts in amazing work. 3 Masked Dragon, 2 Divine Dragon Apocalypse, just recycling Darkness Metal, putting Red Eyes Black Dragons in the graveyard to get back Quackamy Dragos. This guy does his work. Double Exploder Dragon, searchable through Mass Dragon, gets rid of boss monsters. Delta Flyer, and Totem. Ironically enough, this deck is pretty much card for card the same as my current Disaster, but just some differences in monsters and spells. So yeah, that's the monster lineup. It's 19. Very solid number for Dragon decks, and a lot of them search out each other. Then, for spells, 1 Inferno Fire Blast. This is the deck's namesake, as it's called Kokuendan in Japan. This basically can only be played when you have a Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field, and what it does is you inflict damage equal to Red Eyes' original attack, but he cannot battle this turn. 2400 attack burn is actually pretty potent. I used to run multiples, but Inferno Fire Blast can be a really bad dead draw, and it is a neg one. I mean, it's good for putting games within reach or out of reach. Say you go attack with your 2 guys, main phase 2, tribute them for Red Eyes Black Dragon, play Inferno Fire Blast, that's GG. Just the one. Then 3-Pot of Duality, it's a combo deck. Duality helps you get to your stuff. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon to clear away the back row. Then you got your staples. 1 Gold Sark to search out your staples. 2's a bit much. Heavy Storm, Musterborn. Then for the traps. 2 Call the Haunted. Serves multiple purposes in here. Gets your Darkness Metals out, your Quackamy Dragos, and even revives your Red Eyes Black Dragon if you're in a pinch. And it just leads to some kind of wombo combo plays. 2 Champions Vigilance. This is what I dropped Magic Cylinder for. Magic Cylinder will stop an attack and burn. Champions Vigilance is a solemn judgment while I have Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field. So, yeah. If you open Future Fusion and this, you can go end phase, remove 2 Wyverns to get Darkness Metal and Black Dragon on the field, and you'll have a solemn judgment ready to negate stuff. Double TT and the Solemn Brigade. So that's it for the main deck. The extra deck is nothing too outrageous. It does run like a proxy in here because why not? 1 5-headed dragon, Trident Dragon. I don't run this in my standard, but in here, Red Eyes Black Dragon plus Delta Flyer equals GG. Darken because I got Apocalypse. Red Dragon Archfiend, he is my 3rd favorite dragon in this game. Scrap Dragon, and then the Ghost Bear Brigade of Stardust, Blackwing, Ancient Fairy, and Black Rose Dragon. Exploder Dragon Wing, Iron Chain, Bryo, and then for the Xyz, we got 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 Levier the Sea Dragon, and 1 Queen Dragon, because this is what I'm running on Dueling Network. Queen Dragon is really helpful in here, as she can not only revive Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, but she can revive Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Black Dragon, summoned through Queen Dragon, just simply cannot attack. He has no effect to be negated, so what does he care? Furthermore, since he can attack, Inferno Fire Blast is still alive to use. So you can go Queen Dragon, special summon Red Eyes Black Dragon, Inferno Fire Blast for a quick 2400, and Black Dragon cannot be destroyed by battle because Queen Dragon does not allow dragons other than herself to be destroyed by battle. A rather useful effect for even when she doesn't have Xyz material. So, that is the deck profile itself. So I'll now put my Red Eyes cards out, and then I will tell you a story. What got me into Yu-Gi-Oh? The long story short, it was the anime that made me get into this game. I saw the anime, I really liked it, and I wanted to play the cards. And at first I liked the Blue Eyes and the Dark Magician like all the other kids, but then episode 12 happened in which Joey was facing Rex. And then Rex summoned the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I was immediately hooked. He had an awesome theme, he had a really nice look compared to that of the Blue Eyes and the Dark Magician. He was just like this really edgy badass that when it hit the field, you knew shit was going to go down. And this would be a recurring trend throughout both the first series and in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX too. Because anytime Atticus Rose, aka Fubuki Tenjoin summoned the Red Eyes Black Dragon, shit was going to get real. Unfortunately, he always lost his duels because he was up against opponents who can't be defeated unless the plot dictates it. But still, anytime Fubuki summoned the Red Eyes, he was either going to burn the hell out of you with Inferno Fire Blast or summon his big brother, Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. But back to the original series. Yeah, Red Eyes Black Dragon was a card that I really liked, and I also liked another card from there called the Blackluster Soldier, because these two both caused oh shit moments whenever they hit the field. This let the Dragon Master Knight. This just let the Joey doing all kinds of crazy shit. So yeah, I bought their starter decks, tried to make decks around them, and it was alright. I mean, I was young, I was a teen, I didn't know any better. There was no real concept of competitive play or staples, you just ran what you wanted. And that was my main deck. My other deck was an Earth Beatdown, which I just ran 4 stars that were 1700 attack or higher, and the Gaia Power Field Spell, and MST was not out at the time, or hard to get, so people could not answer my 2,000 plus attackers, and yeah, it was my most hated deck because I beat the living crap out of people very easily. It ran Blackluster Soldier too because he was an Earth, and he would be 3,500 under that, and not even Blue Eyes White Dragon can get around it. But ultimately I stopped playing due to losing interest in the anime. Waking the Dragon's Arc, which ironically enough is the name of my Dragon series. Yeah, the Orichalco's arc just bored me, so I stopped watching, and I stopped playing the game, and I believe it was around Legacy of Darkness, or Labyrinth of Nightmare? No, Legacy of Darkness, yeah. So, that was that. A couple of years later, I'm checking out an issue of Shonen Jump magazine, and I see that there's this promo on. Subscribe to them, and you get a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Like, a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon? What's this? I look it up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia, or rather I just like do a name search and I come across the Wikia, and I find out that my favorite card got support over the last 7 years. He got Black Chick, he got Wyvern, Inferno Fire Blast, and he got this guy. I'm like, when did these cards come out? They came out in GX. So I'm like, wow, that's awesome. I kind of want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. But I didn't. I did get the promo card though, and he was just kind of like sitting in my hands, waiting for a day to be used. That day would come a bit later when my friends introduced me to Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and by extension Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I watched the Abridged series. I really liked what the little Karibo was doing, and I decided I'd probably go and watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, just so that when he eventually got to the point he was poking fun at Orichalcos and the final storyline, that I would actually know what the hell he was talking about. So I watched all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I liked it. I asked my friends, should I watch the other series? And they were like, there are a few episodes of GX you should watch, and then 5Ds you must watch. It's amazing. So I do that. The episodes of GX that I watch, the ones with Red Eyes Black Dragon, them of course, and Darkness Metal Dragon, and so on. So yeah, watched my little bits of GX along with the Yugi vs. Jaden duel. That should be in English. Why have they not dubbed that 4th season? I will never know. Anyway, so I watched GX. I was alright with it. Then I watched 5Ds. I was blown away. Holy crap. The characters were amazing. The cards plays were actually logical. They stopped doing that whole bullshit of, oh, last turn means you only get one. No, wait, what was it? Final attack orders means you only get 3 cards for the rest of the duel, blah, blah, blah. None of the actual bullshit thing. They actually followed the rules pretty closely, which I liked. Except for the whole summoning and face-up defense position. Thank God Zale is starting to actually do set face-down monsters. But regardless, I watched 5Ds, the Fortune Cup arc, and this Dark Signature arc, and I was just blown away by the amount of great care they had in their storytelling. I mean, people died in the Japanese version, and I was like, holy crap, 5Ds, this is amazing, I want to play this game again. And so I ended up getting my hands on the World Championship games, played them, liked the new changes to the card game, so I decided I would actually start buying cards again. And it just so happened to be that Stardust Overdrive was out at that time, and I bought a couple packs. First pack pull, not so great. Second pack pull, Divine Grace North Lemko. And that's right, I pulled a holo out of the first couple packs of a card game that I decided to get back into. I'm like, this is a sign. A couple more packs later, I pulled another North Lemko. I decided, you know what, I'm going to build a deck around here because, unfortunately, I didn't have enough to like get an actual Red Eyes Black Dragon deck going. I had to wait until I could get my hands on reprints. But yeah, so my first actual competitive deck at the start of 2010, the tail end of the September 2009 format, it was a North Lemko. And yeah, I got creamed because I was up against Lightsworn when they had 3 charge, 3 Lumina, and all that other bullshit. So not much I could have done there. But yeah, time went on. I came across the concept of Disaster Dragon, and I didn't really get a whole understanding of what it was trying to do. So I kind of just ended up building like a not so great disaster. But then I started playing more and more. I'm like, you know what? I can understand how this deck works, and I ultimately made a Disaster Dragon deck around my favorite guy, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Played with that for a while, and then ultimately I shifted towards more standard disaster, and ultimately here I am with a Light and Darkness control build. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it has been for Yu-Gi-Ohs with me. It all started with the anime, and it started again with the anime. Original and 5Ds are by far really good shows. I would say 5Ds is a little better, just because I like the darker and edgier stuff. And the Dark Signar arc is one of the best arcs in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! The final arc of the original series comes close, but I really do think like the duels that the Dark Signar arcs had were just terrific, especially that 3-on-1 duel with the Signars versus Rex Godwin. Anyway, I've gone on for too long. To make things simple, I really thank you guys for subscribing to me, rating my videos, posting comments, all that jazz. If it weren't for you all, I wouldn't be at this point. And as for what will be happening next, good question. I do have a couple Dueling Network videos of Kokuendan in action, one of which is against Defense OTK, and I will put those up at some point. And I do have Awaken the Dragon segment in mind on Queen Dragon, because there is a lot to talk about this thing. After that, we'll see. I do want to start playing around with heroes again, and well, we'll just see what happens. I've been winging it for the last 2 years, and it's been working out pretty well so far, so we'll see what happens while I continue to just improvise. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My main and best deck will be Light and Darkness Disaster Dragon, but when you get down to it, if you were to ask me to pick any card out there to build a deck around, it'll always be around this guy, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, my favorite monster in the entire game. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care.